Well, hello everyone. This is a video about updating the magazines on a Ruger SR22. So one of my favorite pistols, or 22 pistols, I guess you could say, that I enjoy shooting is this Ruger SR22. It works really well with pretty much any ammo you put in it. And one of the things I wanted to do was see if I could find something that was bigger than a 10 round magazine. Now I don't seem to find those for sale anywhere. They're all pretty much just these same 10 round magazines from Ruger. But there is this kit, well, or extender that TK makes. It's tandem cross. It's called the Wingman, and they've been around for a little while. And basically what it is they get you to replace this bottom portion of the magazine with a newer updated portion that allows it to sink deeper into the bottom, and this allows you to enter or hold 5 more rounds in your magazine. So I'm doing this video on it. They don't sponsor this or anything. I didn't get these free, nothing. These were just something that I ordered and I wanted to try out and see if I could get 15 rounds in each one of these magazines. One thing I've heard that they don't have a slide stop on them. So when you're finished going through all 15 rounds, the slide doesn't hold back for you to put in another clip and continue. But I want to look into that and see if I can make this work either way. One of the things that I had, like I still have rounds in this magazine, but as you can see, you know, the rounds, this is 10 rounds and that's pretty much all it takes. But I mean, look at it. You're using basically half of the magazine and the other half is this hold back or whatever they call that in the magazine. I've always wondered why they needed so much space and they could only hold 10. I mean, why couldn't you hold 20 rounds in something like this, right? But anyways, I'm sure they have their reasons. But I'm going to go ahead and take it apart and follow the instructions and put these wingmen on there and see how well it works, and then see what I can do about changing this this portion of the magazine to see if we can do anything about maybe even putting some more rounds in it. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start putting that together and see how it works. All right, so I went ahead and put together the tandem cross kit or the wingman on one of these clips, or sorry, magazines. But anyways, so this is basically what it is. You take this portion of your magazine off, which is pretty much the bottom. It's this piece here holds the what is it, the spring, and then you've got the slide helper lock. Those come off. You replace it with this bottom slide-on kit here. This just screws onto the bottom of this. This slides over the clip. Pretty simple. I mean, we're talking about a 60-second install or so. It was very easy to put on. Here's the difference between the two. And it does, I mean, it allows, this has 15 rounds in it, and this one has 10. And, you know, it's 22 rounds with a relatively light spring, so it's not hard to get them in there. I've seen some people make some loaders for this, but it's probably more of just in the way than it is to help put those in. But anyways, you do lose your, whatever this is, I guess it's also used for the slide lock, but it's the mechanism that you hold down in your mag to let you fill the rounds in it. You can't put it in this one. Basically what happens is this slide piece comes down and it hits this base. It can't come down further, but the actual top of the magazine in here, the feeder portion of the magazine, would make this go even further down, but it can't because of the metal. So you have to take this off. And I understand that. I think this is also what makes the slide lock back under 22. But anyways, it does go in and hold 15 quite well. Pretty much just as easy to load, both of them. So I think it's pretty successful. Of course, I'm going to have to test shoot it, make sure everything's good. But from what I've seen, it doesn't interfere with the capability of it shooting. The other thing that it does is it adds this extra bit of grip at the bottom. So I have, I would say, regular size hands. I don't know. But This has never been a problem with this 22. That's one of the reasons I like this 22, because it does have this little finger extension just right here on the front. But if you're a larger man or have larger hands or bigger hands, you'll definitely appreciate this extra little bit down here. My pinky makes it to maybe about right here. But like I said, if you have larger hands, you're going to have more room to hold it. Again, we're talking about a 22 though. No recoil really at all. So it's not like it really matters that much, but it is a little more comfortable in the hand. So, but anyways, that's my review of putting it on. We're going to test this out, make sure that it fires well, and you know, I guess we'll go from there. There's nothing wrong with having 50% more rounds out there, especially like I said with a 22 when you're mostly just, you know, practice shooting or playing around. I use this gun a lot at the land for just rodents and you know, if I come across a snake or something like that. But I enjoy this little gun. So 50% more rounds in a magazine is just that much better. All right, so here it is with the magazine in. As you can see, you've got about an extra finger's worth of grip there, where this would normally just come about right there. So you got about an extra finger's worth of area to hold it. So that it fits well. This is molded pretty good. I mean, honestly, I'm somewhat impressed with the fact that the colors and everything match up. It doesn't look awkward in the gun. You can tell it's an extender, but it still looks pretty good and doesn't make it look all crazy. And it comes in 2 packs. At least the one I bought was a 2-pack, and I don't 100% remember, but I'm pretty sure I remember when I bought this gun, it came with the 2 magazines. So you probably have 2 magazines. So now you have 2 bases if you buy this kit, and you know the 2 magazines you have are good now. Now you got 30 rounds instead of 20. All right, so I've ran quite a few rounds through these magazines, and not one jam, not one misfire. The magazine's fed just fine. So I'm pretty happy with the extensions there that lets you do basically a 15+1 out of a 10+1 magazine. But what I did notice is you know, there was a thing where you can trim the top part, you know, the thing that sits on top of the spring. You can trim some of that off, and you'd be able to actually do a 16+1 because you're making it smaller. But the problem is that spring, when you compress it all the way, still doesn't let you get that 16th round in there. Because I did test it on one of these. I cut off part of the I don't even know what it's called in the magazine, but part of the top part, the plastic in there. So I cut that off, and it didn't allow it to go with another round, mainly because the spring compressed is too big. So I'll probably put that on hold. I don't really want to cut a spring to test it, but overall, the 15+1 with just that small extension there, it works pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna leave them on there. I have no plan to take them off, and it's really not that big a deal that the slide doesn't stay back. So you know, at least it's not a big deal. I'd rather have the extra 5 rounds than worry about the slide staying back. So overall, I like them. I would definitely give them a try if you have one of these guns, and turn your 10s into 15s. So anyways, I hope that's kind of helpful. I know that there's no information out there. I can't find any larger capacity magazines. You essentially got to modify these 10-round magazines. So all right, everyone, y'all take care.